My most influential teacher is from high school. His name is Mr. David Jensen, and he was the choral director at our school. He went to ISU and did super degrees in music. I don't know. He was a very welcoming person to all the incoming freshmen for men's choir and beginning treble choir. He was nice, he was funny, but that didn't keep him from being very hardworking and very challenging in his classes. He had high expectations for everyone, especially his higher choirs like a cappella choir and madrigals after school. But we still had fun, and we worked on our music very hard. My junior year, actually I should say, my sophomore year we did the musical All Shook Up, which is more of a dance-heavy musical. And he would always stand in the back of the auditorium, and he would yell at us, say, "Quit sucking, dance better!" we knew he was joking, but it was still funny. And when we got back junior year, he had actually developed a vocal cyst on his vocal fold, and he couldn't talk or sing for about a year and a half. And so he had to find new ways to teach choir and to teach songs. It didn't stop him from being a great teacher, although it did change the class quite a bit because he could still kind of talk, but he couldn't sing the parts like for the bass section or anything like that. He had very close relationships with all the students. He was more like a father figure than a teacher, and even though that might seem unprofessional, it didn't stop him from being professional at school, or in the passing periods he might help you with a personal problem or help you with homework or something like that. He was one of the most hardworking people I've ever known. For musical, he was there for school, 7 to 3 o'clock when we got out. And after school, say for set building, he was there until it was done. Even the night before the performance, when we were still wrapping stuff up at 2 a.m. in the morning, he was still there. And he actually had 5 kids, and so he wanted a balance between home and work. And so he would actually bring his kids to set building or to musical practice or something like that, which showed to me that he cared about his family and his school equally, and that he didn't put one over the other. During musical season, he was always really stressed, but he never let that, show to other students. He was always very kind, very calm. He never got overly angry with anybody. And my junior and senior year, as with all the other junior and senior students, he would trust us to help the other younger students with things that he may not have time for because he was working very, very hard. Because he did musicals, he had 6 choirs a day, madrigals after school, just a whole bunch of stuff. And he never stopped working. He was always there after school, even when we didn't have musical season. He was one of the best people I've ever met, and he always kept a positive attitude in everything, and he made me want to be a music teacher. So.
Thanks, Dane.